Alright, good morning guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm trying out a different audio setup here today. I think it's gonna make a good improvement on my audio quality, which is great because it's not that great before. So today what I want to talk about is it expensive to learn web development in 2020? There can be a very wide array of answers to this question depending on who you ask. As today, there are tons of websites out there that are available to learn various web development and software development technologies, some of which are free, some of which are very expensive resources. Today, I'm going to quickly go over some of those resources that are available, how much they cost, and my personal opinion on the ones that I have used. One of the first resources that I'd like to go over is Free Code Camp. Free Code Camp is an awesome resource. They've been around for a long time now. They have a lot of great content, and best of all, they're free. So if you're looking to dip your toes into web development and you're not sure yet if you would enjoy it or if you like it or if it's something you want to do but you just want to give it a try, Free Code Camp is a great resource to kind of get your feet wet, again, primarily because it's free. This resource does have hundreds of different lessons that cover various different topics. Maybe they don't go as in depth as you would like on some topics, but it's a great starting point. The next resource that I would like to touch on is Team Treehouse. Team Treehouse is also a fantastic resource that has been around for many years. Team Treehouse has a couple different tiers of membership, their lowest being their $25 a month plan, which is great. That's the one that I've used personally. That plan starts after a 7-day free trial. And then the plan above that is a $49 a month pro plan, which gives you access to more content, as well as being able to download lectures, among other things. And then above that, they have their tech degree program, which is about $200 a month. It's a very steep jump from the $49 a month plan, but this is essentially Team Treehouse's version of a online code boot camp, and they have a lot more involvement in your learning when it comes to that point. I have personally never used this, but I've heard great things about it from some people that I've seen that have done this program. So for a little more in-depth opinions on that, maybe look into some of the people that have gone to their tech degree programs in the past. As far as the actual content on Team Treehouse, honestly, it's some of the best quality video content for coding courses that I've ever taken personally. And I've taken a lot of tutorial courses and things like that. And I don't think that the production quality of anything has come close to what Team Treehouse is putting down for, a minimum of $25 a month. I mean, you really can't beat that bargain. I'm not taking sides here, but personally, it's one of my favorite resources. The next resource that I want to talk about is Codecademy, which to this day I still call Code Academy, even though it's not spelled that way. I have not used this resource in a few years. It is a good resource. They have some great stuff, but like I said, they've probably changed their content a lot since I've used it. They do have a free plan, which, if I recall, gives you limited access to their content without upgrading to their pro membership. Their pro membership is now priced at $19.99 per month. I think that this actually used to be more expensive, and I think that they've come down on their pricing, probably because of competition. And I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure they used to be more expensive. So that's a good bargain for what you're getting over what it used to cost. Another fantastic resource that's out there is Udemy. Udemy has hundreds, if not thousands, of courses on web development. Everything from courses that cover everything, like a complete roadmap to web development, from beginner to expert, and then courses over specific technologies such as JavaScript, SAS, React, whatever you could possibly want to learn. There's probably a course on it. Typically, all of the courses on Udemy go for anywhere from $9 to like $15. If there's anything that says anything over that, more specifically, I'm referring to their fake scarcity, where they'll show you that their courses are $200 a piece. They're not. Download Honey or something, or refresh your page or something, and you should be able to apply coupons from Honey, more specifically, is what I do if it ever shows me this issue, and it will bring the price back down to $11, $12, whatever the course may be discounted. But don't ever pay for a $200 course on Udemy. That's kind of ridiculous. One of the courses that a personally I've taken and I do recommend that is on Udemy is Colt Steele's Web Developer Bootcamp. If you haven't heard of this course, now you have. It's a fantastic course. It's very, very long, covers a lot of topics, and it's very in-depth. And this is a great resource for getting started. You should be able to pick this course up on Udemy for probably $11 to $14, depending on what their price is at the time. So it's a very cheap way to get a lot of content. These are obviously all very affordable ways to get started in web development. There's also the substantially more expensive route, such as a CS degree, which in 2020, I don't think a whole lot of people are really recommending that route, as there's so many other options now if your specific goal is web or software development, because I don't think that you actually learn a lot of programming in a lot of those programs. I'm not a CS grad. I actually have a degree in information technology, but I didn't learn a lot of programming from college either, so it's kind of irrelevant. The other option that is obviously recommended by a lot of people now are code boot camps. Code boot camps are accelerated programs, typically about 3 months long or 12-13 weeks. Some of the longest ones I think go as far as like 15 weeks, or if you're going to like Lambda school, it's like 9 months. A lot of places do offer like part-time or remote programs now and things like that, and the part-time programs are typically twice as long as the full-time programs, but they typically cost the same. The average price for a code boot camp is typically, I want to say, around like $15,000 to $20,000, depending on which one you go to. Those are for some of the high tier ones like Hack Reactor or probably like Flatiron School and things like that. I think that there are some nowadays that have a lower cost of entry. Also be aware that with like a lot of things in life, you get what you pay for. Me personally, I went the self-taught route, and I have used a lot of these resources that I'm talking about today. A lot of them are great. Your effectiveness as a self-taught web developer to land a job comes down to your ability to learn on your own. Personally, I can study on my own and I can learn on my own, but I feel like I could have been more effective in these areas, and this is why I have chosen to go to a code bootcamp, which if you have seen my other videos, you know that I am in the pre-course for Hack Reactor and will be starting my cohort on June 29th. I've kind of mentioned in some of my previous videos about some issues that were waiting to be resolved. I can just touch on real quick, say those issues have been resolved, and I will still be in the cohort for June 29th. I will no longer be attending Hack Reactor in the Austin, Texas location. I had to transfer to a different location so that my GI Bill would cover the program, which is fine. All of their locations are going to be closed for the June 29th cohort anyways, so I'm going to be doing the program on their live online format, which I guess is separate from their typical remote cohorts, which is fine. Gonna make the best of it. They said that essentially it's the exact same thing, except the only aspect they've taken out is that you're not there in person. So I'm gonna take their word for it, and I'm still gonna go. But anyways, that sums up all of that. So I hope that this has helped give you kind of a brief idea of what it takes and what it costs to get started in web development in 2020. Until next time, happy coding.